Hey guys, coming to you with another update video. So today's video is going to be about doing a bowel prep for colonoscopy. And the bowel prep I'll be talking about today is called GoLytely, GoLytely. And I just had my colonoscopy and cancer screening a couple days ago. It was on this past Monday, so 2 days ago. Everything went good. Glad to hear and be able to let you guys know I didn't have cancer. Came back negative, so thank God for that. However, I will have to go through another surgery as they did find two internal hemorrhoids and one external hemorrhoid. So be scheduling another hemorrhectomy surgery sometime in the next couple months, I guess. Maybe June or July, I'm hoping, just to get it over with. But again, today's video is going to be about the GoLytely Bowel Prep, how it works, what you do, a little information about it. So if you have to use this bowel prep or have to get a colonoscopy, and this is a bowel prep they recommend to you, that you know how to use it and what the precautions are. So first I'll go over the instructions of everything, but before I get to that, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly show you what it looks like. It comes in this kind of like a gallon jug, it looks like, and they'll usually attach right in this spot a lemon packet, like a lemon flavoring packet. Now the bottom of this will be filled with like a white substance type powder, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to get um, you don't have to use water bottles. It's all on your preference. You could use whatever water you want. I use basically just regular water bottles. These are 16.9 fluid ounce water bottles. And in order to fill this container here, it took, I would say, about 7 to 7.5 of these 16.9 ounces. It's supposed to fill directly up to a line. I don't know if you could see it there, but there is a line marker right here. This is the fill line, which should be 400 milliliters. And that's where you want to fill your water up to. Now, when you're doing it, you're going to go ahead and fill the jug up with like warm, not boiling water, but like lukewarm to hot water. And that's going to help break down the powdery substance that you'll see in the bottom of this if you get this prescribed to you. And so you'll go ahead and what I did is I just took the cups, the water bottles, I poured it into big cups, and then I microwaved it and tested it, make sure it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, and just poured it into the jug until I got it to that fill line. Once I got it to the fill line, you want to shake it up really good so this way the solution and the powder at the bottom dissolves within the water. And then the best way to take it is taking it actually cold. But you want to use the lukewarm water or hot water when you're first mixing it, because that's going to help break down that solvent and mix it inside of the water as you're drinking it. So anyways, you fill it to the fill line with the lukewarm water, shake it real vigorously, make sure it's mixed up really good. And then what I did is I just threw it in the refrigerator, for about 5 or 6 hours until it was time for me to take my bowel prep. So a little bit about it. My colonoscopy was scheduled for 12 noon on this past Monday, the 24th. The way the instructions read, it says that if you're having a morning appointment, they say the day before, starting at around 6 p.m. in the evening, to start drinking 8 fluid ounces of the mixture every 10 minutes for up to 2 hours until it's fully, gone, until you finish it completely. So it's basically you want to finish the entire container. That means this whole thing you want to finish within 2 hours as you're taking it, and you want to do it in like increments of 10 minutes. Okay. So what I did is I just basically took out my phone timer and I set it on like the stopwatch or something, and I plugged it in for 10 minutes and just watched it go. And then they say you can sip it, but it's better if you drink it quickly. One, it's just going to help process everything better. The taste It's not great. I'm just gonna be honest. Even with the lemon packet in there, it's okay, but it's not great. And the reason why I say that is I've done a couple other bowel preps before, two different ones besides this one. This is the third different one I've done. And with this one, it seems like I got more waterlogged and more um, just I don't know. I just felt more full with this one because of how fast I had to do it and how much it is. And plus, before you even take it, you want to make sure that you're very hydrated. So, you know, I set the timer for every 10 minutes for the 2 hour increment, and basically, I filled up my cup and downed it. And then after I downed it, waited another 10 minutes, 10 minutes passed, filled up the cup again, downed it again. In between there, you may be going to the bathroom. Now, of course, it's a bowel flush, so it's supposed to flush you out. It can kick in within 30 minutes of you starting to drink this stuff. It can kick in up to an hour. It all depends on the person, what you've been eating, if you're doing the right things. So basically, that's what you do. You finish the whole container, and then afterwards, it'll help you flush out your system. So, anyways, they say 6 p.m. You start. You should finish by 8 p.m. Again, you want to continue to drink 8 ounces of clear liquids every hour until you go to bed to avoid dehydration. They do say that some common side effects could be bloating, nausea, occasional vomiting may occur. So those are just some things that you may experience while taking it. I felt like I may wanted to have vomited just from feeling that fullness of taking it, but I didn't. I didn't throw up. I didn't have any issues, no problems with it at all. I just felt full. That's all from drinking all that because um, prior to taking the bowel prep, you want to again make sure that you're staying hydrated and drinking, days before, continuously drinking fluids. The day before you do the bowel prep itself, you're on a liquid diet. That means no solids whatsoever. So that could be apple juice, white grape juice, soup broth, coffee or tea without milk or creamer, clear carbonated beverages such as ginger ale or lemon lime soda, Gatorade or other sports drinks, just not red or purple. Kool-Aid or other flavored drinks, again, just not red or purple. Plain Jello or other gelatins, no red or purple. Plain water is fine. Popsicles, as long as it's not red or purple and doesn't have milk, bits of fruits, seeds, or nuts in it, it's got to be just a regular popsicle, but not red or purple with nothing else on it. And some hard candies you may be able to do, maybe like a Jolly Rancher or something, I don't know. You definitely don't want to have any milk, cream, orange juice, tomato juice, grapefruit juice, or any liquid that you cannot see through. You also want to avoid smoking, and you want to avoid alcohol. Okay, so those are all the things you want to avoid the day before your actual colonoscopy. So again, the day before, you are on a 100% complete liquid diet the day before. That means eating nothing. Okay. This way it'll help you as you're drinking water and drinking all those clear liquids throughout the day before. It's going to help prep you and get you ready so you can continually flush out your body, especially when you do start the bowel prep itself. Okay, so with that being said, this is kind of the breakdown they gave me or told me. So 5 days before the procedure begins, you don't want to take any kind of bulk forming agents such as Metamucil, Fiber One, Citrasil, any of those type of bulk forming agents you don't want to take. You don't want to take any iron containing vitamins. That could be bad for you. It could block the colonoscopy, which, if they can't see it, then you'll be doing the whole process all over again. So you don't want to have that happen. Other things, you want to make sure that you're staying completely hydrated. And that's pretty much it for 5 days before. 3 days before the procedure, on the third day before the procedure, you don't want to eat any popcorn, no seeds, no nuts, no multi-grain breads, no salad, no cheese, and no high fiber foods. Okay, If you take any kind of medications like Xarelto or Eclipse, stop taking those 2 days prior to the colonoscopy, or consult with your doctor on that. And then do not take what you call it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm sorry, I was reading something else there. So that's pretty much want to do 3 days before. Okay, so those are foods you don't want to eat. So again, no popcorn, no seeds, no nuts, no multigrain breads, no salad, no cheese, no high fiber foods. So I know that could eliminate a lot of stuff for people, especially for someone like myself. When I saw that, I was like, well, what can you eat? Because most foods have some sort of variation or combination of all those different things. So, you'll just have to figure that out. I did a lot of soups and stuff. Um, so let's see. So that was 3 days before. And then again, like I mentioned previously, the day before you're on a pure liquid diet. So apple juice, grapefruit juice, soup broth, coffee or tea without milk or creamers, ginger ale, lemon lime soda is fine, and any of those sports drinks as long as they're not red or purple. Jello is fine, no red or purple. Plain water and such. Okay? So those are pretty much the instructions for that. So as I was saying earlier, if it was a morning appointment that you were having, they tell you to start at 6 p.m. the day before and do that for 2 hours. Now, if you're having a daytime procedure, then the way they say to do that is continue drinking 8 ounces of clear liquids up to 2 hours before your appointment time to assist with cleansing of the colon and avoid dehydration. And if you have an afternoon appointment, the day of the appointment, start at 6 a.m. On the morning of the procedure, begin drinking 8 ounces of the GoLytely substance, which is this big container, the bowel prep. Doing that every 10 minutes, just as previously mentioned for the other one, for a 2-hour increment up until 8 a.m. in the morning to get that finished off. And for best results, to refrigerate the solution and rapidly drink it rather than trying to sip it in small amounts. It'll just make it a lot easier. And then after you finish the complete container within that 2-hour window, when that's done, you want to continue to drink at least 8 ounces of clear fluids up until 2 hours before your scheduled appointment. So if you're having an afternoon appointment and your appointment's at 2 p.m. When you're getting your colonoscopy scheduled, then you want to go ahead and stop drinking or doing anything by 12 noon. So 2 hours before you want to stop, okay? So for me, my appointment was actually at 12 noon. So it's kind of between that morning and afternoon time. Now, based on the instructions that was provided to me that I just read off to you, I didn't necessarily go completely by that because I kind of know my body and how long it takes me to flush things out and get myself together. I kind of know myself pretty well, especially after going through this a few times. So what I did personally for myself is my appointment time again was at 12 noon. The day before I started doing the GoLytely Bowel Prep, I started doing that, I'd say at about 10:20 p.m. Okay? And I did that until 12:20 a.m. So that was my 2-hour window. And I did it that way for 2 reasons. One, to make sure that I was able to fully flush myself out. But for the second reason, to make sure that because of the time of my appointment and you are taking a bowel prep, I did it at that time to not lose too much sleep so I could have a little bit of sleep and rest. And then this way when I woke up, if there was anything still left in me, I had another shot at trying to flush it out after sleeping a little bit. I think it would have been a little bit worse if I would have followed the instructions and started it at 6 a.m. For a 12 noon appointment where you got to stop drinking water 2 hours before. So I did it that way. I kind of like found my fine medium of time that I thought would work best for me, where I could get a little bit of sleep, be able to get a good bowel prep, and at the same time be ready to go and not dehydrated at the same point for the colonoscopy. So I started mine at 10:20 at night and finished at 12:20 in the morning for an appointment that was at 12 noon on that Monday. Okay, so hopefully that gives you guys some insights. You could adjust it based on your own personal needs, but this is what they give you, what I already relayed over to you, and then the way that I personally adjusted it for myself, just so I could get some rest because I was already having anxiety of not knowing if I had cancer and knowing I was going to get screened for it and whether it was going to come back positive or negative. Again, thank God it came back negative. Um, but just that waiting process can work on your mind sometimes. At least it does for me, and I'm sure it does for most people out there too, especially when you're nervous about procedures. You're going to be under anesthesia, you have to do bowel preps, you got to follow certain things. Some people don't follow the instructions that are given, and that's what sometimes causes complications. And the best thing you could do is listen to your doctor's instructions, follow what they give you, and if you know your body well, then maybe you could adjust it or tweak it a little bit that you think will work best for you. So, again, for me, I've gone through this a couple times. It was just the first time using the GoLytely solution. So I just wanted to make sure that it was going to work out for me where I would have no problems because I didn't want to have anything that can block the vision of the camera as they were doing a colonoscopy that would cause me to have to go back in a second time. So it's better one and out. Get it done right the first time, follow the instructions, otherwise you're going to go through it again. It's another process. So it's really not that hard though. It wasn't that bad. Anesthesia, you knocked out, you don't feel anything, woke up out of it. It wasn't that long of a procedure. Went in by 12. I was out by maybe 1:45, 2 p.m., something like that. And that was it. And the only thing is, again, in my personal situation, is they did mention I had the two internal hemorrhoids as well as an external hemorrhoid. So I guess I'll be going in for surgery number 3 now, but the second one for a hemorrhectomy. So if you looked at any of my previous videos or seen any of my videos online, I've done one on an anal fissure I've had, and I've done it on a hemorrhectomy surgery I had, both back in 2020. So, you know, a lot of people ask, can these things come back? Yes, they can come back. It all depends on how you take care of yourself. And some things, unfortunately, just can't be avoided or have no reason. For me, it is what it is, but I have been following the instructions of my doctor, and I have been watching what I'm eating, what I'm doing, eating high fiber foods and stuff like that. But again, this video was specifically on the colonoscopy for the bowel prep of the GoLytely solution. And again, it was okay. It wasn't that bad, but I think I preferred the bowel prep that I did the first time when I had my anal fissure back in November 2020, and I had to take a bowel prep solution then, which I think I mentioned in one of my videos what it was, and I might have even showed it. That one was a little bit easier to tolerate and stuff. This one just makes you feel a lot more fuller because it seems like you're drinking a lot more liquids on this particular solution. But anyways, I don't want to drag out the video that much longer. I just wanted to give an update of where things stand. I did mention on my last video that I was going to do a colonoscopy bowel prep video. I was going to try to do it before, but unfortunately life happens. I had a bunch of stuff going on, but I didn't want to let too much time pass after the actual colonoscopy, so this way I could give good, accurate information while everything is still fresh. And so it's only been 2 days, and so that's why I'm doing it today. I had a chance. I said, let me get this out there for anybody who is not sure how to do the bowel prep, what the suggestions are, and stuff like that. So for me, I basically stuck to eating a lot of applesauce, a lot of Jello. I had green lime Jello because there's no reds and no purples. Even the orange Jello has red dye in it. So green is probably a good choice to go with. Okay, at least that's what I took, was the green Jello, and just ate soups and ate lightly the few days before, and then again the day actually before the colonoscopy procedure. You want to make sure that you're on a pure liquid diet, no hard foods, no bulky foods, no substance, just pure clear liquid. Again, I'll specify clear liquid, and that refers to all the things, examples I gave earlier in this video. So we're approaching 20 minutes on this video, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I will put out another video the next time I find out when I'll have my next surgery, to prep for that. And that'll be for a hemorrhectory for hemorrhoids, external and internal. So I will go ahead and put a video out once I know when that's going to happen and we get closer to that time. My next doctor's appointment is going to be in about 2 weeks, and we'll go over everything from the colonoscopy and the plan going forward. And so once I know more information, I'll be able to incorporate that all together. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. If you got some good information out of this, if you like this video or any of my previous videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notifications. You'll get updates on all the most current videos. It does help my channel and the YouTube algorithm as I'm getting myself started and trying to put out these videos to be able to help others like myself in this situation who find that maybe they have questions that weren't answered, didn't get clarity, or just want to get some examples or testimonies from other people who have gone through the same things. Full disclosure, I am not a doctor. So if your doctor tells you to do something, please listen to your doctor. I am not a doctor. I am just speaking on my own experience. This is my own testimony, my own way of saying of what I've done and how it affected me. Again, I am not a doctor, so please listen to your doctor's instructions. These are just tips and tricks that may help you, aside from what the doctor tells you, to get through it or prep through things. So I just want to make sure I put that out there. And with that, I'll end this video. Thanks a lot, guys. Hit the like notifications, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace. God bless.